Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. So this is part 3 video on the chapter of profit and loss. This is a continuation of the first two videos where I am solving the problems from exercise 10A from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal on the chapter profit and loss. In this video I will solve question number 16 to question number 25. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for Class 8 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, and if you are watching my videos regularly and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started with this video. Okay, so I have the problems of exercise 10A, problem 16 to 25 on the left hand side. I hope the fonts are big enough so that you can read the problems in the screen. On the right hand side, I will solve the problem. After solving a problem, I will pause for a few seconds so that you can take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will help you. So if you have not watched the previous two parts where I solved where I solved the problems 1 to 15, please do take a look of those two videos. You will get a good idea about how I am applying the concepts of profit and loss that you have already studied in your previous class to solve the problems. So let's start solving the problems, 16 to 25. Problem number 16 says that a dealer sold a camera for rupees 1080, gaining 1/8 of its cost price. So the gain was 1/8 of the cost price and the selling price was rupees 1080. Find the cost price of the camera. There are two parts. In the first part we have to find the cost price of the camera and the gain percent earned by the dealer. Okay, so the unknown is the cost price. So let's assume the cost price to be X. So let CP of camera be rupees X. This implies it is given that the gain is 1/8 of the cost price which will be equal to 1/8 of X, which is equal to X by 8, where X is the assumed cost price of the camera. So the gain is rupees X by 8. Okay. The dealer also it is also given that this gain was earned by selling the camera at a price of rupees 1080. So if we know the cost price, if we know the gain, we can say that selling price will be equal to cost price plus gain. So this is equal to cost price is rupees X and gain is rupees X by 8. So this is equal to rupees X plus X by 8, which is equal to rupees 9X by 8 is the selling price. And it is also given that the camera was sold at rupees 1080, that is the selling price is given to be 1080. So we can say that rupees 9x by 8 is equal to rupees 1080. Hence from this we can say that 9x by 8 is equal to 1080. This implies x is equal to 10 multiplied by 8 divided by time, this much rupees. So 9 divides 1080 with 120, and this is 960. So the cost price, this implies cost price, first part, cost price is equal to rupees 960. And we have to, second part, we have to find the gain percent. We have to find the gain percent. Now we know that gain percent is equal to, is based on the cost price, and the formula is gain percent is nothing but the percentage of gain based on the cost price, and the formula is gain by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Gain we know is now please note that in finding the gain percent, we can also since we know that the cost price was assumed to be x and the gain was rupees x by 8, I can write gain as x by 8 instead of writing, instead of putting the value of x we have found to be 960. So the gain will be 960 divided by 8, which is 120. Now you can put the absolute values of the gain and cost price, but you can also put the values of gain and cost price in terms of x. You will get the same result. So I am putting the value in terms of x so that I need not find, I did not do the computation in putting the value of x. So gain was x by 8 and the CP was x, as it was assumed, the CP was assumed to be x, and we have multiplied by 100 this much percentage. This when simplified becomes x multiplied by 100 divided by 8 into x, this much percentage. X cancels out, and 4 divides 8 with 2, 4 divides 100 with 25. So this is equal to 25 divided by 2 percentage. Whenever you have a percentage in as an improper fraction, always convert it as either as a decimal or as a mixed fraction. So 25 by 2% means 12.5 percentage. So this is the gain percentage. Okay, let's do problem number 17. Meenakshi sells a pen for rupees 54 and loses 1/10 of her outlay. Find the cost price of the pen and the loss percent. Meenakshi sells a pen for rupees 54 and loses 1/10 of her outlay. Now what is meant by outlay? I don't know the meaning of outlay. Now if I don't know the meaning of outlay, I am quickly doing a Google to know what is the meaning of outlay. Sorry friends, this was unexpected. Outlay meaning what is money that is spent. Okay, money that is spent, fine. So and loses 1/10 of our outlay. So outlay means money spent, that is the selling price, fine. So it is given that selling price of the money of the pen is given to be rupees 54, and it is also given that the loss is 1/10 of our outlay. Outlay means selling price. So loss is equal to 1/10 of SP, which is equal to 1/10 of SP, which is equal to now SP is rupees 54. SP is rupees 54. So 1/10 of SP is rupees 54 by 10. This is the loss. Okay. It is asking find the cost price of the pen. So this implies since there is a loss, cost price will be equal to has to be SP plus loss. This is equal to SP is rupees 54 and the loss is rupees this loss is rupees 54 by 10, which is rupees 5.5. 4. So cost price will be selling price plus loss. This is rupees 54 plus rupees 5.4. This is rupees 59.4. So this is the cost price. This is part 1. First part of the problem is to find the cost price. Cost price is rupees 59.4. The second part is to find the loss percent. So loss percent is equal to loss divided by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage, and loss we know is rupees 5.4. Cost price we know is 59.4 multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now this is equal to 54 multiplied by 100 divided by 594. Percentage. This is equal to, I guess, 54 divides 594 as 11. So this is equal to 100 by 11 percentage, which is an improper fraction. So let's convert 100 by 11 as a mixed fraction, and we have 9 and 1 by 11 percentage. So the loss percent is 9 and 1 by 11 percentage. Okay, let's do problem number 18. A dealer gets rupees 940 more if instead of selling a table at a loss of 10%, it is sold at a gain of 10%. Find the cost price of the table. A dealer gets rupees 940 more if instead of selling a table at a loss of 10%, it is sold at a gain of 10%. Okay, so we have to find the selling price in the two cases. That is, once the table is sold at a loss of 10%, we will have some selling price, and if the same table is sold at a gain of 10%, we will have another selling price, and the difference of these two selling price is given to be rupees 940. So we have to find the cost price of the table. Okay, so let CP of table be, I'm ignoring the rupee symbol. I hope it will be understood. Be X. Let cost price of the table be X. Okay. So selling price when sold at rather let's so when loss is 10%, when loss is 10%, selling price is equal to selling price will be equal to cost price minus loss. Cost price minus loss. So if there is a loss, the selling price is equal to cost price minus loss. Now cost price is X, and what will be loss? Loss is loss percent of CP. Loss we know is the loss percent of CP. This is equal to X minus loss percent is 10%, because we are considering the case when there is a loss of 10%. So this will be 10% of X. This is equal to X minus 10% of X means 10 by 100 multiplied by X. This is equal to X minus X by 10. This is equal to 9X by 10. So the selling price is 9X by 10 when there is a loss of 10%. Okay. Now similarly, when there is 10% gain, when there is 10% gain, the selling price will be equal to cost price plus gain, which is equal to cost price is, we have assumed the cost price to be X, and the gain is equal to gain percent of cost price, gain percent of cost price. This is equal to X plus 10% of X. This is equal to X plus 10% of X. We have seen earlier it is X by 10, X by 10, which is equal to 11X by 10. Okay, so when there is a loss of 10%, we are having selling price as 9X by 10, and when there is a gain of 10%, we are having selling price as 11X by 10, where X we have assumed to be the cost price of the table. So this implies definitely we must have then 9X by 10 is definitely less than 11X by 10. So we must have 11X by 10 minus 9X by 10. The difference of the two selling price must be equal to 940, because it is given that a dealer gets rupees 940 more if instead of selling a table, so the difference of the selling price is given to be 940. We have this. Simplifying the left hand side, we get 2X by 10 is equal to 940. This implies X is equal to 940 multiplied by 10 divided by 2. So this is equal to 2 divides 940 with 470. This is equal to 4700. So the cost price of the table is 4700. So this is the cost price of the table. Okay, let's do problem number 19. A dealer gets rupees 56 less if instead of selling a chair at a gain of 15%, it is sold at a gain of 8%. Find the cost price of the chair. It is exactly same as the question number 18. Just the information and the gain percent and the loss percent are different, and the difference of the selling price is different. So anyway, let's solve it. We have to find the cost price of the chair. So let cost price of chair be X. It should be actually rupees X. I'm ignoring the symbol rupees, ignoring the rupees symbol. I hope it will be understood. So let cost price of the chair be X. Now, okay, so for a gain of 15% selling price of the chair should be cost price plus 15% gain percent of cost price. This is equal to X plus gain percent is given to be 15% of X. This is equal to X plus 15% of X is 15X by 100. This is equal to 115X by 100. This can be further simplified. If you divide 115 by 100, can be further simplified as 23x by 20. So this is the selling price when there is a gain of 15%. 23x by 20 is the selling price when there is a gain of 15%, assuming that X is the cost price of the chair. Similarly, we have to find the selling price when the gain percent is 8%. When the gain is 8%. So for gain of 8%, selling price is equal to, similarly we will get x plus 8% of x. This is equal to x plus 8% of x means 8x by 100. This is equal to 108x by 100, and this is equal to let this be 108x by 100, and also let the selling price, when there is a gain of 15%, let it be as 115x by 100. Okay, so we have this. Now the problem is saying that a dealer gets rupees 556 less if instead of selling the car at a gain of 15%, it is sold at a gain of 8%. So we can say that, we can clearly see that 115x by 100 is more than 108x by 100. So we must have 115x by 100 minus 108x by 100 should be equal to 56. So this implies, simplifying the left hand side, we get 115x minus 108x is 7x. 7x by 100 is equal to 56. This implies x is equal to 56 multiplied by 100 divided by 7. This is 7 cancels 56 with 8. This is rupees 800. So the cost price of the chair is rupees 800. Okay, let's do problem number 20. A cycle was sold at a gain of 10%. Had it been sold for rupees 260 more, the gain would have been 14%. Find the cost price of the cycle. Okay, so it is asking about the cost price of the cycle. The fundamental concept is that whatever quantity it is asking, you assume that to be the unknown variable, and then you apply all the concepts of profit and loss and also the given information to solve the unknown. So this is the basic strategy of steps of solving this kind of problems. Okay, so let Cp of a cycle be x. Actually it will be rupees x, but I am ignoring the rupees symbol. So we are assuming the cost price of the cycle to be x. Okay, now a cycle was sold at a gain of 10%. Okay, so selling price when there is gain of 10% is equal to the cost price plus 10% of cost price. So we know that the cost price, selling price, when there is a gain, the selling price is cost price plus the gain. And what will be the gain? The gain percent is given to be 10%, so the gain will be 10% of the cost price. So this is equal to x plus 10% of Cp is x, is x by 10. This is equal to 11x by 10. Okay. Now uh, had it been sold for rupees 260 more, the gain would have been 14%. Had it been sold for rupees 260 more. Now, SP, when SP, so this implies that if when SP is the previous SP was, it is saying that had it been sold for rupees 260 more, 260 more than what, more than what amount, 260 more than the previous selling price, which is 11x by 10. So when selling price is 11x by 10 plus 260, we are having the gain of 14%. So there is, when SP is 11x by 10 plus 260, there is gain of 14%. This is what the problem is saying, is given. Now from this we can say, this implies that 11x by 10, that is the SP, this SP should be equal to the cost price plus the gain, where the gain is gain percent of cost price and the gain percent is 14%. So we must have this. If the selling price is 11x 260 more than 11x by 10, which is equal to 11x by 10 plus 260, if this is the selling price, it is saying that the gain would be 14%. Now if we know the gain percent and we know that the cost price is X, we know the selling price, and so for a gain of 14%, the selling price will be cost price plus 14% of cost price. Now this is equal to, cost price is X and 14% of cost price is 14x by 100, and this is equal to 114x by 100. So we got a equation, linear equation in X, and we need to solve the X. Okay. Now it is better, okay, fine. Now, so we have the linear equation, 11x by 10 plus 260 is equal to 114x by 100. Now your concept of solving linear equations in one variable must be strong to solve most of the word problems eventually will lead to solving linear equations in one variable. Now in this linear equation, there are some rational terms, that is 11x by 10 is a rational term, also 114x by 100 is a rational term. You can multiply, so you can multiply both the sides by the LCM of 10 and 100, which is 100. So my preferred way of solving a linear equation where we have some terms as rational terms and the denominators of all the rational terms are constant, are some numbers, then or rather integers or natural numbers, I would like to multiply both the side of the equation by the LCM of all the denominators of the rational terms. Now this implies, since in this linear equation these two are the rational terms and the denominators are 10 and 100, their LCM is LCM of 10 and 100 is of course 100. I would like to multiply both the sides by 100 so that to get rid of the rational terms. So I get 100 multiplied by 11x by 10 is equal to, 100 multiplied by the left hand side is 11x by 10 plus 260 is equal to 100 multiplied by 114x by 100. So this implies, if you simplify, if you do the product of 100 with the binomial 11x by 10 plus 260, you will get 110x plus 26000 is equal to 114x. Now if you bring all the x terms to the left hand side, usually I bring all the variable terms, x terms, in solving a linear equation in one variable. I finally bring the variable terms to the left hand side and all the constant terms to the right hand side. So I can say 110x minus 114x is equal to minus 26000. This implies 110x minus 114x is minus 4x is equal to minus 26000. This implies x minus minus cancels out, and we can say that x is minus 26,000 divided by 4, which is minus 4, which is equal to 624,500. So x is 6,500. So this must be the cost price of the cycle. Okay. Let's do problem number 21. Sonu buys 40 kg of wheat at rupees 12.50 per kg and 30 kg of wheat at rupees 14 per kg. At what rate per kg should he sell the mixture to gain 5% on the whole? At what rate? Okay. At what rate per kg should he sell the mixture to gain 5% on the whole? Okay, so let's find out what will be the total price of the mixture of 40 kg plus 30 kg of wheat. So it is the CP, cost price of 40 kg wheat, will be equal to its price is rupees 12.50 per kg. So we must have 12.50 multiplied by 40. This is the cost of 40 kg of wheat at a price of rupees 12.50 per kg. Similarly, cost price of 30 kg wheat at a rate of rupees 14 per kg will be rupees 14 multiplied by 30. Okay, so this is equal to rupees 20. So this is 48. This is how much? 20 125 multiplied by 4 is 500, and then we have 0 0, and then we will have, okay, so this is rupees 500 and this is rupees 420. So the cost of 30 kg of wheat at the rate of rupees 14 per kg is rupees 420, and the cost of 40 kg of wheat at the rate of rupees 12.5 per kg is rupees 500. So this implies CP of 40 plus 30 or 70 kg of mixture is equal to rupees 500 plus rupees 420, which is equal to rupees 920. So this is the rupees 920 is the cost of 70 kg of the mixture of wheat. Okay, the question is, at what rate per kg should he sell the mixture to gain 5% on the whole? So we can assume let for 5% gain on mixture of 70 kg, the rate at what rate per kg should he sell the mixture? Okay, so let for 5% gain, to have a 5% gain on the mixture of 70 kg, the rate of selling be rupees X per kg. So this implies that SP, selling price of 70 kg of mixture, will be equal to, since we have assumed that the rate of the selling, the rate at which the mixture of 70 kg wheat is sold is rupees X per kg, then the selling price of the total 70 kg of the mixture will be rupees 70x. Okay. Now it is also so this and there is a gain of 5%. There is a gain of 5%. Okay. So this implies that we know that the assuming that the rate of selling of the mixture is rupees X per kg, the selling price is coming to be rupees 70x, and the cost price is already we know of the mixture is rupees 920. So this implies the gain is equal to SP, selling price, minus cost price. This is equal to 70x minus CP was 920. Gain is this 70x minus 920. This implies gain percent then will be gain divided by CP multiplied by 100, this much percentage, and gain we know is 70x minus 920 divided by CP is 920, and we have multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This is the gain percent based on the fact that we have assumed the rate of selling of the mixture be rupees X per kg, and the gain percent is already given to be 5% gain. So we can say that 70x minus 920 multiplied by 100 divided by 920 is equal to 5. So this implies that 70x, then we can say 70x minus 920 will be equal to 920 multiplied by 5 divided by 100, and this is equal to if you multiply 920 with 5, we get 4600 by 100, which is 46. Okay. So we have 70x minus 920 is equal to 46. This is a simple linear equation in X, and we can easily solve it. We have 70x is equal to 920 plus 46, which is equal to 966. This implies X is equal to 966 divided by 70, which is equal to 7 should divide 966. So 7 divides 70 with 10, and 7 divides 966 with 1, 3 and 8. So this is equal to 13.8. Hence The answer will be, it is asking at what rate per kg should the sale should he sell the should he sell the mixture. Therefore, selling rate is equal to rupees 13.8 per kg. This should be the selling rate of the mixture of wheat to have a gain of 5%. Okay, let's solve question number 22. Wasim bought 2 cricket bats for rupees 840 and rupees 360 respectively. He sells the first bat at a gain of 15% and the second one at a loss of 5%. Find his gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. Okay. So we have to find the gain or loss percent for the whole transaction. And the whole transaction means for the purchase of the 2 bats and the selling of the 2 bats. Okay, so we can say that CP of 2 bats is equal to rupees. The first bat was purchased for rupees 840 and the second bat was purchased at for rupees 360. This is equal to, so the cost price of the 2 bats is 1200. This is the cost price, total cost price of the 2 bats. Now it is given that he sells the first bat at a gain of 15%. So selling price for gain of 10%, selling price of first bat is equal to the cost price plus 10% of cost price. That is, whenever we have a gain, the selling price is equal to cost price plus the gain percent of cost price, and the gain in this case is given to be 10%. Okay, and the cost price, now this is equal to CP plus 10% of CP means CP by 10% of CP means 10 by 100 multiplied by CP. This is equal to CP plus, now remember CP means the cost price of the first bat. So this is CP by 10. This is equal to 11 CP by 10. Okay. This is equal to 11 by 10 multiplied by the cost price of the first bat is 840. This is equal to 840 multiplied by 11 is 4, 8, 84, 924. 924 is the selling price of the first bat at a gain of 10%. Okay. Similarly, we have to find what is the selling price of the second bat when it was sold for 5% loss. So again, similarly, for loss of 5%, SP of second bat will be equal to the cost price minus the loss, cost price minus loss, and the loss will be the loss percent, which is 5% loss percent of CP. Now remember, now in this case CP is the cost price of the second bat, which is 360. Now this is CP minus 5% of CP means 5 by 100 multiplied by CP. This is equal to CP minus CP by 20, which is equal to 19 CP by 20. This is equal to 19 by 20 multiplied by CP. CP means the cost price of the second bat, which is 360. This is equal to 0 0 cancels out, 2 divides 36 with 18, and we have to find what is 19 multiplied by 18. 72, 15, and 9, 1, 2, 14, 342. So the selling price of the second bat at a loss of 5% is rupees 342. Okay. Now what is the question asking? Find his gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. So this implies total SP of 2 bats is equal to the selling price of the first bat at a gain of 10% was 924, and the selling price of the second bat at a loss of 5% was 342. So 924 plus 342 is 61266. These are all the figures are in rupees. I'm ignoring the rupees. I'm ignoring the rupees unit of rupees. I hope it will be understood. So the selling price of the 2 bats is rupees 1266, and the cost price of the 2 bat was 1200, and hence there is definitely this is greater than 1200. So the selling price is greater than cost price, so there is a gain. So this implies gain is equal to 1266 minus 1200, which is 66. This implies gain percent will be equal to gain divided by CP. Now please note that in this formula CP is the cost price, the total cost price of the 2 bats, which is 1200. This is a gain by CP multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now gain is 66, and the cost price of the 2 bats was 1200. We have this percentage. This is equal to 0 0 cancels out, and 6 2 6 11. So this is 11 by 2 percentage, which is equal to 5.5 percentage. So there was a gain of 5.5% in the whole transaction. Okay, let's do question number 23. Please note that a given problem in mathematics can be solved in various ways. In whatever way, it does not matter which particular method or way you are following to solve a problem. You should be very clear whether you are applying the concept correctly or not. So I might be solving these problems in my own way. I might have a different way, and you might be used to in solving this kind of problem in using a different way. That does not matter. What matters is that we are understanding the problem properly and applying the concepts, the basic fundamental concepts of selling price, cost price, gain, loss, gain percent, loss percent appropriately to solve the problem. That is more important. And also, if I am making any silly mistakes, any calculation mistakes, please ignore that. I'm really not focusing much whether I am doing any calculation mistake or not. But definitely, if I'm doing any wrong in applying the concept, please do let me know in the comment section. I will highly appreciate that. Okay, so question number 23. Hema bought two pairs of jeans for rupees 1450 each. Okay, so the cost price of both the jeans was 1450. She sold one of them at a gain of 8% and the other at a loss of 4%. Find her gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. This problem looks quite similar to the problem number 22, but let's anyway solve it. So Hema bought two pairs of jeans for rupees 1450 each. So we can say that cost price of two jeans is equal to 2 multiplied by 1450. I am ignoring the rupees symbol unit. Please note that. I hope you will understand. So 2 into the cost of each jeans was rupees 1450. So the cost of two jeans will be 2 into 1450, which is 2900. Okay. Now she sold one of them at a gain of 8% and the other at a loss of 4%. So let's compute the selling price of each of the jeans when they are sold at a gain of 8% and at loss of 4%. So for gain of 4%, selling price of a jean will be equal to, when there is a gain, we know the selling price will be cost price plus the gain on the cost price, which is equal to the gain percent of the cost price, and the gain percent is 4%. So 4% of CP. Now CP for both the jeans, we know it is given to be 1450. So this is equal to CP plus 4% of CP means 4 by 100 multiplied by CP. This is equal to CP 4 by 100 is 1 by 25. So CP by 25. This is equal to 26 CP by 25. And we know that the CP is 1450, but we will not yet put the value of CP and compute the value of the selling price. Let the selling price be in terms of CP, where we know that CP, the value of CP is 1450. So this was the selling price of a jean when it was sold at a gain of 4%. Similarly, for there was a gain of 8%. Hema bought two pairs of jeans. She sold one of them at a gain of 8%. I'm sorry, this will be 8. This will be 8. This is 8. This is 8. And this will be 8 by 100 is 2 by 25, and this will be 27 CP. 27 CP. CP plus 2 CP by 25 is 27 CP by 25. Now for loss of 4%, selling price of a jean will be equal to, so when there is a loss, the selling price is equal to cost price minus the loss. So cost price minus loss means loss percent of cost price, and the loss percent is 4% of cost price. CP is same for both the jeans, as it is given that Hema bought two pairs of jeans for rupees 1450 each. Okay, so this is CP minus 4% of CP means 4 by 100 multiplied by CP. This is equal to CP minus 4 by 100 is 1 by 25, 1 by 25. So this is CP by 25, and this is equal to 24 CP by 25. Okay. Now, so we have the selling price of a jean when it was sold at a gain of 8% is 27 CP by 25, whereas the selling price of the jean when it was sold for loss of 4% is 24 CP by 25. So this implies SP of two jeans is equal to 27 CP by 25 plus 24 CP by 25. This is equal to 27 plus 24 is 51. 51 CP by 25 is the total selling price of the two jeans, where we know that CP is 1450. Okay. We are asked to find his gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. No. Question number 23. Find her gain or loss percent in the whole transaction. Okay. Now, so the cost price. Okay. So I think since we have already computed the cost price of the two jeans, absolutely. I mean, this could have been written as 2 CP. 2 CP. Okay. Since we have computed the value of the cost price of two jeans, absolutely, that is, we have found the value to be 2900. So let's compute the value of the selling price of two jeans. So 51 CP means CP we know is 1450, and this is multiplied divided by 25. Excuse me, friend. হ্যাঁ দাদা, হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা, আমি এই 3টার পরে আসছি। হ্যাঁ, ও আচ্ছা, ওকে। Sorry, I had to make a call. Somebody was calling. Okay. So okay. So now this is how much? 25. So 290. Now, instead of doing this, instead of computing, putting the value of CP, I think it would have been better. So CP of two jeans is equal to, let's not find the value of absolute value. So let the CP of two jeans is equal to 2 CP, where CP is the cost price of a single jeans. This will be more convenient to solve the problem. And so we have the selling price of the two jeans was 51 CP by 25. Now clearly we can see that 51 CP by 25 is greater than 2 CP. Is greater than 2 CP. So therefore, this implies gain is equal to selling price minus cost price, that is the selling price and cost price of the two jeans. The selling price of the two jeans is 51 CP by 25, and the cost price of the two jeans is 2 CP. Now it might look weird that SP minus CP we are writing again as 2 CP. Actually this CP is the cost price of the two jeans, and this CP is the cost price of a single jeans. I hope you will understand. So this is equal to, now if you simplify 51 CP by 25 minus 2 CP, this is 51 CP minus 50 CP divided by 25. This is equal to CP by 25, and now we can put the value of CP, which is actually the cost price of each jeans, which is 1450 by 25. This is equal to 555 290 58. So the gain is rupees 58. Therefore, and the cost price was 2 CP, which is equal to 2 into 1450. So we have gain is equal to rupees 58. Therefore, gain percent is equal to gain divided by CP, that is the CP of 2 jeans, multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This is equal to 58 multiplied by the cost price of the 2 jeans was 2 into 1450 multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This is equal to 58 multiplied by 100. Now if you do the multiplication of 2 into 145, it is 2900. Okay, now 00 cancels out and 29 divides 58 with 2. So this is equal to 2%. So there was a gain of 2% in the whole transaction. So sorry for a little bit of confusion that may arise because of the CP. So the CP, when I say CP of 2 jeans is equal to 2 CP, I mean that this CP is actually the cost price of a single jeans. So the cost price of 2 jeans will be 2 into CP, 2 CP, which will be actually equal to 2 into 1450. Now when I am calculating the selling price of a jean when it was sold at 8% gain, I am using CP again. Now this CP is also the cost price of a single jeans. But when I am using the final gain, when I am computing the final gain, the gain is nothing but selling price minus cost price. Now this CP is should have been this CP is actually the cost price of the 2 jeans. It is not the cost price of a single jeans. So that is why I have written on the next step, this CP is equal to 2 CP. Okay, let's do problem number 24. A grocer purchased 200 kg of rice at rupees 25 per kg. He sold 80 kg of it at a gain of 10% and 40 kg at a loss of 4%. At what rate per kg should he sell the remainder to gain 8% on his total investment? A grocer purchased 200 kg of rice at rupees 25 per kg. He sold 80 kg of it at a gain of 10% and 40 kg at a loss of 4%. So in total he sold 80 plus 40 kg, that is 120 kg. Whereas the total amount of rice purchased was 200 kg. So there is a remaining amount of 200 minus 120, which is 80 kg remaining, and it is asking at what rate per kg should he sell the remainder to gain 8% on his total investment. Okay. So whatever value it is asking, whatever quantity it is asking, we always assume that to be the unknown variable. So uh, let remainder be sold at rupees X per kg. It is asking at what rate per kg should he sell the remainder. Okay, and the rate, so we are assuming the remainder amount of rice was sold at rupees X per kg. Okay, so what do we have? A grocer purchased 200 kg of, okay, so CP of 200 kg rice, the total gross price of the 200 kg is equal to rupees 25 multiplied by 200, as the rate, the rice, the 200 kg of rice was purchased at a rate of rupees 25 per kg, and hence the cost of 200 kg of rice will be 25 multiplied by 200. This is equal to rupees 50, rupees 5,000. This is equal to rupees 5,000. Okay, now he sold 80 kg of it at a gain of 10%. Now, when 80 kg of a rice was sold at 10% gain, what will be the selling price? So, selling price of 80 kg rice will be equal to he sold 80 kg of it at a gain of 10%. Now you must understand one concept is that when there is a gain percent, we can say that selling price, when there is a gain, then the selling price will be equal to 100 plus gain percent of 100 plus gain percent, this much percent of CP, where CP is the cost price. So if there is a gain and the gain percentage of gain, if there is a gain of gain percentage, then we can find the selling price as the 100 plus gain percent, that much percent of CP. So we can say that since the 40 kg of rice was sold at a gain of 10%, we can say selling price of 80 kg rice will be equal to 100 plus 10% of he sold 80 kg of it at a gain of 10%. 80 kg of it at a gain of 10%. Okay. So what will be the cost price of 80 kg? We need the cost price. To find the selling price of 80 kg rice, we know that the 80 kg rice was sold at a gain of 10%. So the selling price of 80 kg of rice will be 100 plus 10% of cost price. And what is the cost price? Cost price should be the cost price of 80 kg of rice. So this should be 80 multiplied by 25, since the cost price of per kg is rupees 25. So we have this. Okay, so this is equal to 110% of 80 into 25 is 2000. This is equal to 100, 10% means 110 by 100 multiplied by 2000. So this becomes equal to 2200. Okay. So the selling price of 80 kg of rice is rupees 220. Please note that I am ignoring the rupees symbol. Okay. Similarly, we have to find what will be the selling price of 40 kg of the rice when it was sold at a loss of 4%. So selling price of 40 kg rice, 40 kg rice is equal to, we know that this 40 kg of rice was sold at a loss of 4%. So when there is a loss percent, as I have explained, when there is a gain percent, then selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent, this much percent of cost price. Similarly, we can say that if there is a loss, selling price will be 100 minus loss percent, this much percent of CP. So when the 40 kg of rice was sold at a loss of 4%, we can say the selling price of 40 kg of rice must be 100 minus 4 this much percent of the cost price of 40 kg of rice, that is 40 multiplied by 25, where 25 is the cost price of rice per kg. Okay, so this is equal to 96% of 40 into 25 is 1000. This is equal to 96 by 100 multiplied by 1000, and this is equal to 960. So the selling price of 40 kg rice when it was sold at a loss of 4% is rupees 960. Now we have to compute the selling price of the remainder, so that selling price of the remainder when it was sold, selling price of the remainder. What will be the selling price of the remainder? We have already assumed that the remainder was sold at rupees X per kg. Now what is the remainder? Remainder rice is equal to, the total rice was 200 minus 40 kg minus 80 kg was sold at a gain and 40 kg was sold at a loss. So the remainder amount of rice is 200 minus 120, which is equal to 80 kg. So this implies selling price of remainder 80 kg will be equal to rupees 80 x y x, because we have assumed that the remainder rice, the remainder amount of rice was sold at a rate of rupees X per kg. So we have this. Okay. Now what is the total selling price? Now total, this implies total selling price of 200 kg rice is equal to the first, for 80 kg, the selling price of the first 80 kg of rice was 2200 plus the selling price of 40 kg of rice when it was sold at a loss is 960, and the selling price of the remainder is 80x, which is equal to 60 and 11, 3160 plus 80x. This is the total selling price of 200 kg rice. Now since it is given that there was a net gain of 8% on the total investment, we can say that since net gain is 8%, this implies that since there was a net gain of 8% and the total cost price was 5,000, we can say that 100 plus 8% of 5,000 should be equal to the total selling price, that is 3160 plus 80x. The total cost price was 5,000, and there was a net gain of 8%. So the net selling price, to make to have a net gain of 8% should be 100 plus 8% of 5,000, and which should be equal to 3160 plus 80x. So 100 plus 8% of 5,000 means 108 by 100 multiplied by 5,000 is equal to 3160 plus 80x. This implies, simplifying the left hand side, we have 108 multiplied by 50 is 54,500 is equal to 3160 plus 80x. So this implies 80x will be equal to 5400 minus 3160. This is equal to 2240. So this implies x is equal to 2240 divided by 80. 0 cancels out, and we have 224 divided by 8 is 8 to 16, and we have 64, 8. So 8 is x is 28. So this implies selling rate of remainder is equal to rupees 28 per kg, because x, what is x? X we have already assumed at the beginning to be the selling the rate of selling price of the remainder. Okay, let's do problem number 25. That is the last problem for this video. If the selling price of a TV set is equal to 6/5 of its cost price, find the gain percent. Okay, so let's let cost price be, now we did not consider a variable, we can directly solve it. It is given that the selling price is equal to 6/5 of the cost price. Now of operator means multiplication. So this is 6 multiplied 6 by 5 multiplied by CP. So this is the SP. And now it is asking what is the gain percent. Now, so gain will be equal to SP minus CP. This is equal to, SP is equal to, we have found 6 by 5 CP minus CP. This is equal to, if you simplify 6 by 5 CP minus CP, this is CP by 5. This is gain. This implies what will be the gain percent. Gain percent is gain divided by cost price multiplied by 100, this much percentage. Now gain is CP by 5. We have divided by CP multiplied by 100, this much percentage. This is equal to CP multiplied by 100 divided by 5 multiplied by CP, this much percentage. CP cancels out, 5 divides 100 with 20, so this is equal to 20%. So the gain is 20%. So with this I come to an end in solving the question number 15 to 25. So question number 16 to 25. I hope this solving of these problems will give you a good idea of how to apply the concepts of profit and loss to solve this kind of problems. If this video was beneficial, please like it, share it with your friends, and also please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. In the next video, that is the last part of the video of these, in the next part, I will complete the remaining problems, that is problem number 26 to 34. So please stay tuned for the next video to have the solution of the problem number 26 to 34. So thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.